Good morning, everyone. Today is January 28, 2021, Thursday. I'm going to give you a quick recap of yesterday and what's going on today. US stock set for third daily fall after biggest drop since October as global markets second guess recent rally. Short-term economic pain and vaccine rollout are among the biggest concerns. Dow ended at 2% lower, which is 633 points lower, ending 30,303.17. Nasdaq at 13,270 and S&P down 2.57%, closing at 3750.77. Facebook symbol FB well exceeded revenue and earnings per share consensus, but dropped 3.5%, $9.90 after trading hour. Revenue was 28.07 billion and earnings per share $3.88 a share. Earnings per share was double compared to fourth quarter of 2020. Daily active users rose 11% to 1.84 billion, above expectation for rise to 1.83 billion. Facebook also announced a new 25 billion buyback. There was in addition to the previous 34 billion buyback program, of which 8.6 billion remain. Tesla, symbol TSLA, missed both revenue and earnings per share. Revenue is 10.41 billion, which is 18.7% better than the previous quarter. Price dropped 5% after a bell at 820.82. Just bear in mind these numbers, after hours number can change, and it could be actually when I say it's lower, that was a snapshot and you end up going up or vice versa. Lam Research Corp, symbol LRCX, beat both top and bottom line. Shares flat after trading out. XLNX also beat both revenue and earnings per share consensus, and stock price is flat. The stock, however, was down 7.29% during the day. Giant tech company Apple has an exceptional growth with revenue over 111 billion, with earnings per share $1.68, which beat the expectation of $1.41. All product sales were better than expected, but share was still down by 3.22% after trading out at 137.49, but I think it's going back up a little bit now, 140. Dow reported revenue of 10.71 billion and earnings per share 81 cents, beating estimates. The stock was up pre-market by 1%. XEL reported 2.95 billion revenues but missed the earnings per share. Stock was up slightly. McDonald's report revenue of 5.31 billion and earnings per share at $1.70, both below Wall Street expectation and slightly lower than same quarter last year. Stock went down and ended at $2.50 pre-market. Just again, bear in mind these numbers can subject to change. In Europe, the STOXX 600 index dropped out of the gate as traders navigated disappointing earnings from Swatch Group, UHR. Sell off in the US, Asian market. Asia share took a beating this morning. Hong Kong's Hang Seng dropped 2.5%, posting worst decline more than 8 months. US futures are all down, with Nasdaq down the most with 100 points. And again, these numbers are changing, every minute. But we'll see actually how the market look when it open. Because sometimes the volume wasn't necessarily represented. People did something different. Just got the initial claim job king lumps number. It is 847,000 versus 875,000. So which is actually better than the consensus by about 8,000, and also better than previous report 914,000, which is a great news at least. I think it is true that they are creating more jobs right now, but again, it depends where you're at and what sector you're at, and some job could be a little bit more low paying job. And like I got one from yesterday, somebody asked me if I'm going to work in CVS for $15 an hour. Obviously I make way more than that, so but it is more for helping out to fascinate the people. There's an expectation that there will be long line and a bunch of people will be doing that because of the schedule, right? I mean, we got a lot of doses that we can be now injected with different populations and area. The market today will continue to be volatile. Some sectors may be up while others may continue to tumble. It may be very well an opportunity to buy that have to be very careful. For February history again, normally it's not a good month, so you may not be wise to keep. You may be wise to keep the cash now, waiting for opportunities. What I mean by that is, While the market could be wherever you're looking for the stock right now is down 5%. I will hold the cash and see if you're down a little bit more. Normally, if it is a correction for a particular stock, I would think if gone down by 10, 15%, it will be really good entering point. But I must caution you that some stock, if you watch my video and compare to the day yesterday or even now after the crash of 600 points down, it was still much higher. I mean, so you have to look at where you're supposed to be entered. But if you buy a stock that you really have a long belief for long-term valuation that makes sense, well, then you don't worry about it, even if it's down, right? You don't just sell it right away, or you bought it yesterday, sell it just because of that if it's down another 5%. So because what you're looking at the return probably will be 20%. So you're not gonna worry too much about it. Sometimes I think that's just a stress a lot of people can take. Because you could have invest $100,000, you could be invest $1,000,000. On one a 2%, 3% down of the market really mean a lot of money. For FAANG, these big and great earnings are really supposed to be substantiated their prices, perhaps, but you need to think through the valuation and long-term prospect rather than the technical, as the market may still be down upcoming. So good luck. Send me a message if you have any questions. Have a nice day. Please subscribe and give me a like if you can, if you have not done so. Thank you.